Morning, everyone. It's Rollie. If you're catching the replay, #replay. Let me know you were catching the replay. I'm trying to get my water in. So I want to turn this off before it starts to ding, but apparently I wasn't fast enough. So welcome to our weekly Oracle card pulls, and I'm pretending that it's summertime. Actually, now I'm going to be doing my workout after this. So I am just getting prepared. So anyway, if you're catching the replay, let me know that you're catching the replay. If you are on, let me know that you are here. Say hello. So as most of you know now is that, good morning, Cindy, is that I have been going live on my page as well as Bridging the Gap Wellness Center page to give you our group weekly messages. And then I move over into the group, into Mind, Body, Heart, and Soul Connection Facebook group, and show you and pull cards for whoever it is that wants to be able to have their own personal cards pulled. So today I'm going to be pulling cards from Everyday Witch Oracle. One of the things that I wanted to share before I actually went into our group pulls is that the Good Morning Mary is that we have opened up the applications for speakers, vendors, exhibitors, sponsors for the women. The 5th annual Women Inspiring Women Conference. And so I'm super excited about that. So we're getting things organized and planned. And thanks to Robin for getting all those things going for me. And so super excited about it. We have a brand new platform that we're going to be using for the conference. It's called the World Event Center. And so pretty exciting. So I've actually been as an exhibitor on that particular platform. I've also had the opportunity to be a guest with that platform. So I'm really excited about it because last year we used Zoom, which was great, except for that there was a few small glitches. And so we're looking to change that up this year so that we have a much better experience for both the vendors and the participants. So super exciting. So last year we had to use a different platform for chatting, and so this time it's like everything's all in one spot. So I'm pretty excited about it. So definitely go and check it out. So like I said, I'm going to be using the Everyday Witch Tarot, Witch Oracle, which I have not been using for a while. So the author from this one is Deborah Blake. And so I love the back of her cards. And one of the things that's really interesting is that there's always a cat in each one of them. So like, it doesn't matter which one it is, there's always a cat. And the cat's always doing something in the image. So good morning, Louise. Good morning, Melissa. So I'm going to start off with our 3 group card messages, and then I'm going to then move into just our group. So I will say goodbye on the different platforms and only be on YouTube and inside the group. Good morning. How are you? So our first one for us as a group is Accept Love. I wasn't sure if I could read that backwards. Accept love. And so here, this particular witch is creating this potion. And so as we're drawing near to Valentine's Day, a lot of times people will kind of get stuck on that, but I don't have a partner or something like that, because sometimes that will happen. And it's not about that. It's about just being able to connect with that love and show that love. And if we don't have somebody for Valentine's Day, then being able to focus on loving ourselves and doing some really cool things with our other friends that may be single as well. The next one for our group messages is Joy and Delight. And this one here has several cats. So it has 1 cat, 2 cats, and I'm not sure if it's a fox. It's definitely not a fox, but some sort of dog. and she's jumping for joy. So this one here is joy and delight. So having some fun. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, one of our group messages last week was about having fun. And if it wasn't one of our group messages, then it was in everyone else's, like as we were pulling, that it came up often. But having fun into what it is that's going on. And this one here is tears of joy and sadness. And so sometimes we struggle with that black and white, right? So everything's black or everything's white, and that's not necessarily the case. And so tears of joy. So the tears of joy reminds us, joy and sadness. So it reminds us that there's good with the bad. There is happiness with the sadness. There's always two sides. There's always a flip side to each one of the coins. So that is our group messages. And when you look at that reflection in the mirror, and the other thing that made me think about this one here is that sometimes we put up some sort of front or face that the rest of the world gets to see, and that inner person within us is still struggling. So just remember that there's both sides. And so if something is not so great, then look for the gratitude. Find the things that are actually that can make you happy in that. And so now I'm going to move into the mind, body, heart, and soul group. And so if you are wanting to join in, there is a link for you to be able to join the group. And if you want to have a weekly message, then #weekly. And I will be able to get you on the weekly list, and I will continue to grow that list. If you were on the weekly list and you're all of a sudden not getting the messages, then you need to make sure that you're going over into the group. And you also need to make sure that you've re-added yourself for 2022, because I cleaned up the list for from 2021 and started fresh in January 2022. So I'm going to head on over to the Facebook group. So if you're in the Facebook group, you will not see me disappear. If you are on one of the pages, you need to come find me inside the group. And the other thing is, when you are inside the group, make sure that you give StreamYard permission for me to be able to see your name, because otherwise all I see is Facebook user. So this is all that I see when somebody's inside the group. So this particular person is inside the group, but I don't know who it is. Okay, so I'm going to say goodbye to Bridging the Gap Wellness Center, and I will see you guys next week for another 3-card messages for our weekly messages. And apparently there's a delay today. That's not where I wanted to go. Remove. Okay, bye guys. Thanks, Cindy. Hi, Stephanie. And saying goodbye to Rollie Lair, Holistic Life and Wellness Coach. So goodbye. See you soon. And so if you are still here, woohoo, look at that. I had 6 that were watching and 6 are still on. So this is awesome. So I'm not sure who this person is either. So it says hi. So hello to whoever it is, unless it was Stephanie again. Okay, so I'm going to start with our group list. So if you are wanting to have a card for today, then just let me know that you want a card for today. If you are wanting to be added to the weekly list, then just #weekly and I will add you to the weekly list. So I'm going to start with Sharon today. So Sharon, your message is, and for anybody who's just starting, who's just joining, it's the Everyday Witch Oracle cards that I'm using. And so Sharon has this message. And so it's about meditation for creativity. And so here he's using his magic to be able to use fire to create whatever it is that's going on. And then, of course, you've got the dog and the cat who are using their creativity as well. So if you have been stuck on a project or stuck on trying to figure out what to do next, is just meditate. And so I have a lot of people that say, well, I don't know how to meditate. And so meditating, it looks different for other people, for many people. So just sitting quiet and making your mind completely quiet, that is not necessarily meditation for most of us. Meditation for most of us is just being able to slow things down, focusing on our breath, focusing on our heart rate, and having it so that it's not so intense. And so that is what meditation can look like. It could be walking. So some people will actually do walking meditation. Some people will do earthing meditation, which is going and connecting your feet to the ground. A little cold for some of us right now. But there's a lot of things that look different. So sitting in a bathtub or standing in the shower, letting the water and feeling the water running down on us is meditation as well. So there's lots of different ways about being able to meditate. It's about being able to slow down, being present, being in the moment, and focusing in on the here and now. So next person on the list is Francine. I didn't see Francine yet this morning. So Francine, your message is connect with Gaia. I would like a card. Thank you. It's Stephanie. No, I don't see your name. So you have to give StreamYard permission. So inside the description has the description. So it's streamyard.com/Facebook. And then it will ask you to give permission. And then you can come back into the group. But I do not say your name, but I will add your name. So Stephanie. Okay. So Francine, this is your message. So this one here, you can actually see where she's fully connected to the ground. So it's connecting with Gaia. Gaia is earth. And so it's another word for earth. And so you can see that it's actually connecting. You can see the eyes and the nose inside the tree. And so it is just fully getting rooted into Mother Earth. So that is your message. So Angie is next. And good morning. I'm not sure who it is that said good morning. Strength and resilience. So that is your message this morning. Strength and resilience. I'm not sure what it is that's going on, but there's lots of strength. So you have lots of abilities of being able to stay strong and rebound from whatever it is that's going on. That is your message for today. Laurie Blair, I'm sure that you are ecstatic that you actually get to go back to school and get to be back in the classroom as opposed to virtual. And you, with all of that, you have 2 jumpers. So Laurie's messages for today is, healing waters. So connecting with water, connecting with emotion. So water is always about emotion, and waterfalls is very powerful. So when you see waterfalls are very powerful because they are a constant flow of energy. And so then the water in the bottom is ever changing, but also like what happens to the rocks, right? So with the water flowing constantly, it's always polishing and removing debris and clearing and cleansing. And so learn from life. So we have so much to learn from our experiences and the experiences of others, and take some time for yourself. So you have hibernate and rejuvenation. So like really taking some time within. Wintertime is one of those really good times for us to be able to do that self-reflection and really getting connected with within ourselves. And so those are your messages for this week, Laurie. So next we have Christine Julian Spitz. So Chris's message for this week. So what do I need to know this week, Christine, is learn from life. So there's some life lessons that you may not necessarily be thinking about in whatever circumstances that you have going on. So think about what your past experiences have been. Think about what this situation that is happening for you right now is connected to, and go from there. So Melissa. Melissa has a jumper. She's a beautiful jumper, actually. Not that the other ones aren't pretty, but my tummy's grumbling. Transformation and change. So you have transformation and change. So things are changing. There's some butterflies in here. And really interestingly, your jumper had butterflies as well. So butterflies is all about transformation, all about change. We start off with these little caterpillars or these little, and then they turn into these beautiful, majestic butterflies. And so even, so sometimes people will say, yeah, but sometimes they turn into moths. And yeah, so, but they're still unique. They're still beautiful, and they still have that transformation. So it may not necessarily look the way that we want it to, but it's definitely there. And then give into passion. So what is it that you're passionate about? What is it that you've been holding back and not connecting to? So that is Melissa's message. And so we have Mary is next. So Mary's message. So I have my first shopping appointment. Oh, I love that. Beautiful. Thank you, God. That's what I've been working on. Awesome. And so, but we have our first shopping appointment. So the Divine Crystal Healing Shop was closed officially last week or the week before. And so I've been working on getting things through Rollie, our Holistic Life and Wellness Coach, so that we can still have things for people to purchase. And so appointments are shopping is only by appointments now. And so I have my first one today, this afternoon. So I'm really excited. So this one here is affirmation for healing the heart. So that is your message. So affirmation for healing the heart. So there is something that you've been saddened by, or something that you've been disappointed about. So really tapping into some positive affirmations, specifically about letting go and releasing and moving forward. So hope that makes sense for you, Mary. So Diane is next. So Diane, did you guys get dumped with lots of snow down there? We always get dumped with snow. So like for us, it's really not that big a deal. But for those of you down south. So Diane has a jumper. Ooh, air magic, air magic. So air is all about being in our head. So air is about thinking and planning and figuring out the details, but not acting on the details. So whatever it is that you've been thinking about, is time to write it down, time to like get things started, and being able to share your wisdom, your story, and your connection. And also listening to the wisdom. So your other message was listening to the wisdom. So you've got so write down the things that are actually coming up for you right now. And because you're getting messages, and whatever those messages are, write them out, figure them out. And your card resonates for me. Absolutely. Thank you, Mary. Thanks so much for letting me know. And so, yeah. I love it when the cards resonate. It's when the messages don't resonate at this time. And so then later on, it's kind of like, oh, that's what that message was supposed to be about. And sometimes it gets a little bit confusing because it has nothing to do with right now, but sometimes. So Kimberly Mcdonald. So Kimberly Mcdonald, this is your message, you've got fire magic. So fire is all about being able to take action, getting things done, being careful though not to get burned or to burn someone else. So it's really, really careful. It's really important for us to be careful when we're dealing with fire energy, but fire energy is that motivation and that moving things forward. And I'm all fire. There's lots of fire in my chart. And so I have lots of connection to fire. So Aries is my sign. And so I'm definitely hugely connected to fire with Mars. And so sometimes emotions run a little higher than they should. So Kelly, my friend Kelly, we're going to have to plan another date. And I guess it's my turn. Make a move. So your message this week, Kelly, is make a move. So whatever you've been sitting on, it's time to move forward and speak your mind. So whatever it is that you have been, so it's time to make your move and speak your mind. So your jumper was speak your mind. So whatever it is that you were that you've been kind of keeping quiet about, it's time for you to bring it forward. So good morning. I'm not sure who it is that's saying good morning. So all I can see is Facebook user. So there's a couple of people that are Facebook users and I don't know who it is. I wonder what happens if I gave me the option to star this message. Hey, Lori, that's really weird because you did have permission before. So that's really weird that I can't see you. So I did pull your cards. I was saying that I'm sure. Yeah, that's really weird. Because typically I can see your messages, but this is what I'm seeing. Ta-da! So StreamYard sometimes again. But yeah, so I was just saying how you must be really happy though that you are back in class. So Louise is next. Ooh, Louise, you got this one as well. So make a move. So what is it that you are needing to move with? And I had to sometimes that happens. And even for me, I'll go to log in to actually go live. And what will happen is that it will, it'll kick me off. So, and so then I have to go back and give it permission. So I guess it only gives permission for a certain period of time. And then Facebook boots it back off again. So you've got go with the flow, Louise, and you've got make a move. So, so it's time to take a step forward into whatever area that you had going forward, but also you have to go with the flow. So you need to not try and push it and make it happen. You need to just start moving forward on whatever it is that you have that you need to work on, but also allowing it to flow. So Marilyn, looking forward to connecting with you tomorrow. So Marilyn is next. So Marilyn's message is learn from life. So most of us that are here have lots of life experience that we can probably write 20 books about. And so sometimes we forget what those messages are. And sometimes we forget what some of those lessons were. And so sometimes we just need to take a step back and take a look and see what is it that we need to work on. So Miss Trey, I see you on Thursday. Can't wait. So Miss Trey, your message is speak your mind. So who is it that you are not saying something to? So that is really, really important for you to speak your mind and share what it is that that you need to share. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that I starred somebody, but I'm kind of curious to see who the star is. Maybe that's for me to be able to go back to. I don't know. I have no idea, but I'm going to check it out when I actually go back on inside the group and see. So, Miss Sabrina, you are next. So Sabrina's message is, this one here has come up a lot. Make a move. So what are you stuck on? What is it that you're not moving forward on? Stay warm. Is it cold outside? I haven't been out. So I am going to do my twist, and it goes like this. So I've been doing my own weekly challenge of doing the twist. It's freezing. Okay, good to know. Apparently I'm not going out. So I was going to maybe go for a ride with Sheldon, but apparently I'm not going to. You're welcome, Sabrina. And so I am, once I'm done this, then I'm going to go do the twist, and then I'm going to go back and input some more stock into the new system. Give love. So that is your message. Give love. So this is Cindy's message. I guess I should say who that is. And then you've got fire magic. And you have earth magic. Ooh, nice combination. So you've got earth, which is about being able to stay grounded. Fire is about being able to take energy and have energy and moving forward. And then you've got give love. So, and the give love, I'm feeling that give love is to you. And so maybe it is to someone else, but I'm feeling that it's all about you. So that's Cindy and Marianne. Marianne is next. And then I've got Stephanie. If there's someone else that I do not have on the list that I have not yet said, let me know. If you want to be added to the weekly list, then hashtag weekly, and I will add your name to the list. You're welcome, Cindy. Oh my goodness, Marianne. You've got them just jumping out. Oh my gosh. Like I can't even keep them in my hands. So Marianne, your messages are... Oh, this one too. Give love. So you've got give love, transformation and change. Imagine and envision. So see what it is that you would like your life to be like and go with the flow. Absolutely. Do you want one right now, Lynn? Well, I'm going to assume that you want one right now since you're saying weekly. So I will add your name to the weekly. Okay. So there's Lynn's added to the weekly. So go with the flow. So one of the things, yeah. So one of the things really important is giving that love. So giving love, and giving love is sometimes difficult because we often have conditions attached. And so being able to do that unconditional love with whoever it is that you have around you, but envision whatever it is that you have going on. So whatever it is that you want to happen, whatever it is that you want to come true, then picture yourself being in it and embody it and live it. And I know that sounds so cliche because we hear it so much, but when we can actually envision and be embodied into whatever it is that we have going on, because there is transformation and change happening for you. But don't force it. So don't force it. Go with the flow. Just be in that space. And so Stephanie's next. So welcome, Stephanie. So Stephanie's got a jumper as well. Lots of jumpers today. Meditation for clarity. So whatever it is that you've been stuck on, you need to just take a step, figure out what it is that you have going on. And really interesting because your jumper was about meditation to dig deep. So in order for you to be able to gain that clarity, you really need to go deep. And what I mean by that is really tapping into, you're welcome, really tapping into that answer. So we have the answers within us, but sometimes we don't like the answer. So we keep searching for something different. And so being able to gain clarity on whatever situation that you have going on, but you may have to dig a little deeper than just the surface emotions of whatever it is that's coming up with whatever it is that you're trying to deal with. So Lynn, last but not least, Oh my goodness. They're just flying out the deck. So you have, so your message is meditation for creativity. So really being able to tap in. So a lot of times this one here comes up because you need to tap into your creativity. You need to figure out what it is that's going on. And your other card that came up was water magic. And so water magic is all about being able to tap into those emotions. So when you actually create and connect your creativity with water, gives you like, it becomes like really super powerful and inspiration and courage. So that inspiration and courage is once you can allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you need to feel, you will allow yourself to have that connection to whatever it is that you have going on. So thanks everybody. If you want a weekly card, #weekly. If you were on the weekly list and you're not anymore because I didn't go through your name, then that is because we've started with a new list. And I know that I keep repeating the same thing, but we are only January, the late part of January, and people are still just kind of getting back into the swing of things with the holidays. And so, but anyway, I will chat with all of you guys later and have a fabulous Sunday. Bye for now.